Uh, Hello everyone. This is going to be a redo of mission number 9. Um, Hopefully this one turns out a lot better than the other one. You may or may not see this video. If you're seeing this, probably went well. Um, I'm going to be replaying this mission because in the last video I released, it turned into a massacre for the Germans. I only had functioning at the end of the game, one squad, two half squads, and three crews, with one wounded 92 leader, and I lost most of my support weapons with the exception of two LMGs and three ATRs. That's what I was supposed to have left, assuming I could hold off the advancing Russians to face against the human wave mission, which would be subsequent to that. Obviously, untenable situation. Victory point total for the last mission was at least 30 for the Russians and 0 for the Germans. Um, Again, very difficult video, so hopefully this one turns out to be a lot better. Um, Everything is pretty well going to be the same. I jiggled my setup a little bit, and I re-rolled the artillery just from the off chance, and sure enough, I rolled 370 OBAs as opposed to the previous 120s. Um, I mean, the mission should not be coming down to dice rolls to determine whether or not you can win it. And we'll see if this is the case or not. But 70s is a lot easier to deal with than 120s. 12 firepower versus 24. Oh yeah, especially when you don't have any hard terrain really to take shelter in. My plan of attack for this is going to be a little bit different as well. Rather than um, land full platoons in hexes, I'm going to try and disperse my troops on the uh, enemy bank as much as possible. Before I do that, I'm going to place units in opportunity fire, and I'm going to send forward some half squads on boats to see if they can activate those shoreline suspect counters. Once they're activated, and if they live, great. If they don't, at least the enemy will have been lit up, and then I can return fire and decimate them, and then I can send my forces across, hopefully unopposed. So when they land, I'm going to spread them out as much as possible. Now, the way the artillery system works for this game, and this mission in particular, is they get 3 artillery strikes. There's no accuracy die roll. It's a straight up random correction. 2 dice. One is direction, one is distance. And so I'm hoping that on average the rounds will land off target. Initial placement is such that they're placed on any unit with 3 silhouette um, on the east bank that's closest to the enemy board edge. So again, once they get onto the enemy bank, they'll be closest to it. And I'm going to keep them spread out enough. Maybe I'll just land 3 initially on that shore, let them take the brunt of the artillery, and then I'll land the rest. I'm not sure. But the problem is, of course, is that there's an option that if a heavy weapon, support weapon, is fired the previous turn, there's a 50-50 chance of the round landing on them as opposed to the troops closest to the enemy board edge. So again, we'll have to play that as it goes, and hopefully the dice are nice to me this time. All right, let's get into it. So this is turn 1. Obviously, NVR is 4, and night rules are in effect. NVR is still 4. It's a half moon with no cloud cover. So there's going to be plenty of visibility for now. Which is obviously going to impact the people coming in on the boats, because if they start getting sunk, then it's going to be issues. There's many issues with this mission, and we're probably going to encounter most of them as we go along. Even if I cross the river, I sustain minimal casualties, I have to hope that I generate fortifications, armored, and guns on the enemy shore bank, because that's only the ways I gather victory points. Whereas the enemy gets victory points for just killing me. Again, makes it much more difficult to pull off a win, because even if I survive the artillery barrage, even if I secure the beachhead, I could lose if I don't generate any of those things I just talked about, and I only lose a half squad myself. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's go right to prep fire phase. And first things first, I was debating whether or not to fire star shells. I don't think I will. I'll approach under cover of darkness, and I'll just put opportunity fire down on the applicable units. So the 10-2, that's my second roll. You see this 12? This is my reroll for the artillery. So my second roll of the game is an 11. So already I'm on a really good trend here. At any rate, the 10-2 is in command. And they're just going to be an opportunity fire. So that if this guy activates, or even this guy activates, I'll be able to wipe him out with my full 27 firepower. I'm also going to place this 9-1 on Overwatch as well. He is in command. It'll be opportunity fire. Everyone else is going to get in the boats, and I'm going to start sending my scouts across. So we'll do the movement phase. First things, we'll send this half squad in a boat. So it's 1, 2. Now, right about here, actually, just as he enters the water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just as he enters the water, this thing here can roll for activation. 50-50 chance, 3 or less. So it is nothing. Auspicious start. Very good. 1, 2, 3. 4. Which means you can activate. Oops, I grabbed all those boats. Nothing. So this is already turning out to be a better case. And there's a half squad here as well that's going to do the same thing. It's going to push off into the water. One, two, three, 4. So you can activate, I believe, unless you're blind. Yeah, you can see. All right, so you are something. A 7. A 7 is nothing. Okay, I feel a lot better now already. But we're going to send this half scout out to do some more activation. So that's 1, 2, 3. You can roll. Yep. And 11. 2 squads. With a +3. 1, 2. So 7 and 12. Wrong, 8 and 12, which is a 4-4-7 and a 4-2-6. Right, they're going to first fire on that boat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 6 firepower halved for moving, firing on a boat. So 3 table. And that'll miss. You're looking at the vehicle line, so I need a 4 or less to cause a casualty on the boat. So they survived. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't think so. You're gonna go here. You guys will then enter the boat. Push off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, beach. You guys will enter the boat as well, and you're gonna come to, I think, this location right here. When I land, I want to be spread out as much as possible, so I think I'll spread them out. They're gonna move separately. 1, 2. 3, 4 beach. Beach. And beach. Oh, I didn't put these guys in opportunity fire. That's fine. I'll put them in a boat. Oh, they have to be dismantled. I'll put them on Overwatch. I should have put them on last time, but I failed to. Now you guys, I think you're just gonna 1, 2, 3. You're just gonna move back. If I land an artillery strike on these 2 hexes, which is more than likely, I want to try and prevent as many casualties as possible. So that would be 1, 2, 3 artillery strikes. And as long as I don't fire, these cannot be eligible targets. So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. All right. So that's it. Gonna be it for movement phase. Let's go to defensive fire phase, which the Russians have already have. No advancing fire. Rout phase. None to be had, and an advance phase. So the boat's gonna drift. You guys are gonna disembark into the house. You'll be on the road. In the marsh. And you'll be in the marsh as well. I don't think it makes a difference if you advance into the boat. Still have to push off. So you guys will stay there. Just in case something causes some crap here, I can react to it. Well, I should probably spread you guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be long range. No, that's fine. They'll stay together. All right, close combat and road phase. Wind change die roll for the Russians. No random event. No change to the night visibility, and no wind change. No rallies to be made. So we'll go to prep fire. This is where the artillery strikes come in. So now that we have German troops landed on the river, on the enemy side of the river, these things come into play. These suspect counters, by the way, they only start entering on turn 3. And I made the decision on the last run through, and I'm going to maintain it, but they're only going to come on between Q and GG. There's no point them coming over here on the left side. They're just going to walk straight forward to a certain point and then take a 45 and head to here. So most of them will be ineffective. So I want to maximize my the enemy face that I'm going to have to face. So I'm going to bring him in between Q and GG. But that's not till turn 3 or later. All right, so let's move these. Let's land these artillery. So has to be a unit silhouette of 3. So I've got 3 likely locations. So I'm gonna have to drop one on each. Now, because nobody's fired on the west bank, they're ineligible target locations. All right, so I've got 3 down. Now we'll do a random correction die roll to see where it actually lands. So color die's direction, and the white is the number 6 for 6. I love to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second one is a 1 for 6. This is where I was worried about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right in the middle of nothing. Better get off that beach, boys. And then the last one. 1 for 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right away, this mission has different complexion to it. All 3 artillery strikes have landed off target. They're very close to striking my West Bank troops, but on my movement phase, I'll be moving them off, and the artillery will have to adjust again. So the question remains about the accuracy die roll, whether or not it's required, whether or not the distance that the artillery strike landed is halved. Questions that are not answered in the rules, as far as I can tell. If you read a straight reading of the rules, there's no halving, there's no accuracy die roll. You just do a straight up random correction and you move the full distance. So where Hans got that note in the in his campaign MSR about this, I don't know. C13 has to do with accuracy. Germans get a 2, Russians would get a 1 normally. However, according to the solitaire rules, there's no accuracy die roll. So I don't know. I'm going to play it by the rules straight up without any inference if when possible, which I think is the way they're meant to be read. But again, it would be nice to know. I don't know if that's an omission or an oversight or what. At any rate, right now, ineffective artillery. So good on me. Russian prep fire. So we have you guys to fire. This time it's going to be 4 firepower on the boats. Again, nothing. You would activate because these guys are within 2. You are activated. You are an 11. 2 squads and a leader. So with the +3, squad. So that's 7 and 11. So 447 and 426 and a leader. Oof. Very nice. What am I doing? All right, 447, 426. And the leader is a +3 with a +2 is a 5 is an 8-1, possible commissar on a 1-2. No commissar, so it's going to be an 8-1 leader. And they will prep fire. Oh, no, they won't because they would have panicked. They would have activated when these guys advance. And I just rolled doubles, which means that they panic, so they're not going to be firing. Now, not to keep going over this, but so I played that first debacle, and then I tried 2 or 3 other variants, slight variations of it, and all of those ended the same way with German decimation by artillery. So right away on my 4th mission, or fifth, I'm not sure. Fourth or fifth mission. Different complexion completely. It looks like this one's going to be winnable from the Germans, which is funny because on my Game Squad post, I commented how I thought this mission was unwinnable, but I think that's large part due to the die rolling, nothing necessarily tactic-wise. Even if, well, I shouldn't say that. Tactic-wise, you send over a small force. If they get obliterated, at least you know where the artillery is, and then you can try and just around it. But that's just, I don't know, there's something off about that whole situation. But regardless, we'll carry on. Enemy movement phase, they have none. Defensive fire phase, so this 9-1 will roll for command. He's in command, barely. And you three are going to dismantle your mortars. Not going to be any return fire. Well, I guess I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could return fire. What would that be? 12 halved is 6, 9 on the 9 table. On the 9 table with a +1. I may as well, I guess. On the 9 table with a +1. 9 on the 9. Probably nothing. 9 on the 9 is a PTC. So 2 task checks. 4, 2, 6, 4, 4, 7. That was more or less just for a sniper check. Now I could also fire you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you would be firing at a 7 and 12, 19. 19 table with no modifier. Let's do that. Since I have no other targets. We'll see how many marsh hexes you cross over. So just the 1. So this total +3 terrain effect and hindrance. -2 leader, so it's going to be on the 19 table with a +1. 6 on the 19. Going to be a 3 check. 4, 4, 7. Good. And the 4, 2, 6. Broken and disrupted. Oh, I guess there's also a +1 light visibility. Would have been a 2 check. But still. No rate of fire on the guns. That'll be it for defensive fire. No advancing fire phase. We have a route phase. I'm debating on moving these rush. Well, they're disrupted, so they don't have to route, and they're in a building. So never mind. Yeah, I'm liking it now. Advance phase. I don't think they're going to advance anywhere, and these guys are panicked, so they can't even move. So let's go close combat, and we'll go into turn 2. All right. Russians cannot rally on my turn. Self-rally, I should say. Get rid of the pins. You guys should be reading FFE2. Now I have to get off that beach before those things correct and get on my ass. So let's do prep fire from you. Yeah, he's in command. What a waste of a snake, guys. Oh, yeah, I could have fired last round, but never did, I guess. 10, 10, 13 on the 13 table with a no modifier. Oh, before I do that, wind change. I'm looking for an NVR change as well. No NVR change, no wind change, no random event. So as I was saying, on the 13, no modifier. 5 on the 13. 3 check. A1. It's broken. So task check to see if they're pinned. 1, 2. They're both pinned. Now we'll do a 3 morale check. So the 426 is gone. And the 447 is broken. Well, that was good. Watch the 9-1 panic, so we can't move. You're gonna keep moving, I think. You still have a 4x range, so as long as I stay away from you, I can move these guys. So we're gonna go into movement phase. So you first. You're on a road, so you don't have to roll for straying. Once you go to here, you will have to roll for straying. So you're good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to roll for straying yet. Oh, you got to roll for see if you can move, which you can. Okay. So you go 1, 2, 3. No straying for you. 4. And you're going to come out this way with this boat to see if you can start securing these places for a later setup for the next subsequent mission. Which reminds me, I got to put those down. So these locations I'm marking are going to be used for setting up for the subsequent mission. So I want to make sure that I indicate which ones I've taken possession of by walking through them. My intent is to secure all of these, as well as several of these buildings, hopefully before these guys start showing up. But we'll see. So back to you. You can act. Your Sam's between rivers, so you don't have to roll for movement. So you're going to go 3, 6. You're in a boat, so you get a move automatically. You're going to go 1 in beach. How would you do that? What would that cost? 2 to enter the marsh, 3 for being night, 4 for being up on a hill. So you would have to CX. Can you CX? I don't think you can CX. You'll have to advance up there. So you're just going to beach. Now you guys are going to be risking drawing fire. But you don't really have a choice. You have to land. Do you have to land? Yes, I'll land over here. I'll move here. So you'll roll to see if you can fire, which you can. So you'll be at 2 firepower. Nothing. And you're going to beach with a view to disembark. What would that be? 3 to get into the house. So you can actually land and get into the house. No, you're going to come here. You're going to land on the marsh. So the 9-1 to see if you can act. Yes. Remember I always said if he panicked, that'd be funny? Well, if I rolled 11 or 12, he would have panicked, and that would probably not have been funny. So you guys can get in the boats. And you're going to go right across. 1, 2, 3, 4 beach. Yeah. Line 1. 1, 2, 3. Beach. You can't get off because you don't have enough movement. I think you're limited to 4 movement factors. And he's already expended 3, and it would be another 2 to get up on top of the shore, so we'll have to wait for the advance phase. The 10-2. 10-2 can move as well. He's going to get on the boat. 1, 2, 3. No one. What would be the quickest way here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beach. Yeah, they'll all be beached. And you guys got to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beach. 1, 4. And you can get on the boats next round. All right, so that'll be it for the movement. Russian defensive fire. None to be had. Oh, strike that. I got the artillery to move around. So you're going to land on these dudes here. See where you deviate to. 4 for 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. FFE continuation. I think I'll move you to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be expensive. 3 for 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll plop you on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 5 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be canceled right away once it lands on enemy troops. Okay, I take it back. This mission is winnable, but it requires some luck on your side. No advancing fire because everything I can fire already has. Route phase. You guys can now route. You don't have to. You move 1 hex using low crawl. But I think you'll stay where you are. Can't see these guys. You're in woods. You're not going to move. So let's go advance phase. All right, you come off the boat. You'll advance to here. You'll advance up to the trees. Actually, you can't advance into the trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have beached here. No, they can't do it because the it would be four movement, no, 5 movement to get up the hill and into the trees. So they actually have to come and land over here. Oops, never thought of that. You guys are coming off the boats as well. You'll be on the road, you're fine. You'll advance here into the open. You're going to advance off the boat. Can you do that? I don't think you can do that either, can you? It's 3 to enter the marsh, but you're up a level, so that would be, would that be 1 or would that be 2? I think that would be a total of 5 move to go from a lower level up into a marsh at night. Which means you can't do that, so you're going to have to move as well. However, the leader, because he's got 6 move, he's able to do it. And you guys can advance onto the boats and push off next round. All right, close combat, and we're into the Russian rally phase. Coming together. It's coming together. All right, wind change. No NVR change, no random event, and no wind change. Self rallies, none. Rallies, we have a 5 for the leader. Yep. And a 8, 9, a 5 for the squad. No. Get rid of the command. There we go. All right, so that's it for the Russian rally phase. Oh, the Germans are going to recombine this squad. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to do? No, that's fine. Russian prep fire. So let's move the artillery first. You're just going to drop over 1. See where you land. 3 for 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, see if you continue, to be honest. So you don't even continue. Where was this artillery on the first round? You drop on the 10 too, so you move 3 hexes. 3 for 1. See, this is where it gets bad. That would have been a 120. All right, on the 10-2. 7 on the 12. There's a 1 check. Oh, I gotta roll for continuation. Never mind. You need to roll a 2 or less when you're on an FFEC to see if it continues. I rolled 3 and 5, so they're both were disappeared. Yeah, where was this artillery in the first playthrough? Other prep fires, we have a 447 who can shoot. He's going to fire 4 firepower into the troops in the marsh. 10 on the 4 is nothing. And that's it. Into a Russian movement phase, none. And defensive fire. So this A1 is now going to fire. Yes. And he's going to fire all 12 firepower, wrong, 15 firepower plus 1 into this building. 11 on the 15 is probably nothing. PTC. See if this 447's pinned. Nope. The 9-1's going to fire on you. Yes. And you've got same drills, 15 firepower, no modifier. 5 on the 15. That's 3 5s in a row in the IFT for the Germans. Well, almost in a row. 5 on the 15 is a 3 check. A1. Broken. And the 447 is a half squad. Should have been a +2 check, but still. I always forget about the night low visibility modifier, even though it's added to me right here from Vassal. Isn't that nice of them? That's it for defensive fire. Russian advancing fire, none. Road phase. You're gonna low crawl this way. Advance phase, none. Oh wait, you would activate it. Let me back up. Nope. Close combat. And we're into the German turn 3. So now on the Russian turn is when the reinforcements start to roll in. Wind change. No NVR, no wind change, no random event. Russians have a rally. No. Do they retain their desperation? At night. Oh, hey, they retain their DM. Something I forgot about in the last playthrough. At night, broken units retain their desperation morale until they rally. Okay. All right, so that's it for the rally phase. Truck fire phase. Russians are going to be in for a little hurt here, so let's fire the A1. And again, 15 plus 1 onto the house. That's a little better. 8 on the 15 is a 1 check. 447. Oof. So long. Or would that be a disrupted half squad? I think that's only a disrupted half squad. ELR though. And the disrupted half squad is reduced. I think I misplayed that earlier. This should probably be a wherever that squad is that disappeared should be here as well. Yeah, I think it should have been a disrupted half squad, not disappeared. If they're broken and they roll a 12, I think is when they're gone. Oops. So let me throw in a broken Russian half squad. It's gonna be it for prep fire, I think. We're just gonna move. Let's go to movement phase. So you, barely in command, but you are on a road. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Four. Four. Yeah, you'll stay there. I'm worried about this one now. I want to break these guys, get rid of them. My other thing is I can always just ignore it and push forward down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, you'll do that. You'll just leave it. These guys should be enough to mop up some broken units. We have a 10-2 here. Let's roll him. So again, barely in command. Start with you. You have to roll for straying. You don't stray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come off the boat. Get these boats out of the way. The 10-2, where's he gonna go? I want to set him up in these buildings here. So that would be 3, 4, 5. Oops. You don't stray. 6. Yeah, that's fine. I could CX and go 7. 7 advance. Is there any need to? 1, 2, 3, 4. Advance. 1, 2, 3, 6. 7. Here, advance. 1, 2, 3, 6. Advance up. Yes, I will CX. So next turn I can come up here onto the first level. Mortars will come off the boats. For a total of 3 move. Four. And then you guys have to roll to see if you can move. No, you're on the boat, so you get to move automatically. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I can always dismount here on the next turn, which I think I'll do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll drift to here. On the next turn, you go 1, 3 to land there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. No Russian defensive fire because everything's broken. No advancing fire, and we're into the rout phase. No, you don't have to rout, but I think I'm going to rout you anyways. And you guys are in the building, although I could move. No, you're disrupted, so never mind. All right, that's going to be it for the rout phase. So we'll go to the advanced phase. I never moved you guys. 1, 2, so they both can move. So that will be 1, 4, 1, 4. You'll advance to here. You'll advance to here. So all those will become concealment terrain, which I can then capitalize on for mission number 10. And the mortars are going to advance into the trees. So victory point wise, as I said, the only thing I can get victory points from is fortifications, guns, and AIV. Now, I haven't lost anybody yet, but if I start losing one half squad, I could still lose this scenario. Unless I can generate an AFV from these reinforcements that are coming on now. Which is, again, not ideal. Anyway, you drift. You're going to advance to here. Alright. Close combat, Russian rally phase. Wind change. No NVR, no random event, and no wind. Self rallies. You have a 4 to do over here. Nice snake eyes. And a leader over here. Yes, he rallied. And heat of battle. Looks like he's going berserk. Seven Russian is a +2 is a 9, so yes, he is berserk. A berserk 8-1. So rally 3, no. Snake eyes for the 4. And a 7-4-3 for the 6. So those guys stay despot. And berserk A1 is going to be charging. Interesting. Good thing he wasn't a commissar. Let's see how many reinforcements roll in. This +2, so 9. And they're going to come in from Q to GG, so let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So Y, W, V, DD, V, Z, 3 more, U, U, W. All right, so we're going to right into movement phase because there's no Russian prep fire. So the Berserk leader is going to charge. So 8-1 is not panicked by this. That's good. And it's going to be, Jesus, 45 firepower -2. Oops, it's a 9, 7 on the 36. Decay 4. Wound severity. He's alive, but he's wounded. Well, on the plus side, that means these guys can rout away next turn. Interesting. All right, guys coming off board. So that's 3 walls, 4, 5. 3 wall. Can't go any further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6. 1, 3.5. 6. Defensive fire phase. I've already fired. You guys, 1, 2, 3, can all assemble your mortars. And there's not going to be any other defensive fire. Did I drift? Yeah, I did. So right into route phase. So you'll low crawl to there. You'll low crawl to there. You guys will all move up one. And we go to close combat. All right, so 1 to 5. 1 to 5 odds if he takes on the squad with the leader. 1 to 4. So you need snake guys. Or he could take on a squad with a 3. He'll take on a squad. That would be funny. And then 13 to 1. That's good enough. We're into German turn. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break here. Break this video up into parts. So obviously this mission's gone 100% better, 180 degrees in the opposite direction from the last 3 or 4 playthroughs I had. It's looking like to be a very good German win. Now, I'm not sure how that works. Like if I secure the beachhead and need victory points to win, or what. But right now, the victory point totals are 0-0. So I guess we'll figure that out as we go. Might be a draw. But at least I'll have secured a beachhead. Or bridgehead, I should say, for the subsequent attack. Which might constitute a German victory. But again, we'll see how that one goes. Maybe putting the cart before the horse right now, up to start of turn 4. It's been going aces for the Germans. Alright guys, comment down below as always. Hoping forward to read them. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.